If you're just tuning in, we're getting started laying on our bellies today. So any comfortable position here, just let it feel good for you. This is your practice. So if you need to remind yourself that over this next hour, go right ahead. So maybe lay on one cheek. Maybe lay on your forehead, whatever works. But just start to tap into your breath. Notice the rise and fall of the belly. And create a fullness in your breath that's a little bit more awake, a little bit more aware than just your naturally occurring breathing. And then from here, just take a deep breath in through your nose. And if you like, just open your mouth and just give a nice releasing sigh out. Just let it go, any busyness of the day. We'll try that again. Deep breath in. Exhale, release, breathe it out. Nice. Good. So come back to that Ujjayi breath. Try to keep your lips closed. And then wherever you are, just come more onto your chin or your forehead so your neck and spine are nice and straight. And then open your arms like a T. We'll take a nice little shoulder stretch here. So arms straight open to the side. So adjust yourself if you need to. And then just roll over to your right side. So that left foot kind of steps on top of the right. So you're just creating a nice little shoulder stretch here. Good. So maybe your left foot even flattens to the floor where the knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. And just breathe here and do a little check-in. Notice how you feel this evening. Any tightness. Try to breathe through it. Good. One more breath here. And then slowly come back through center. Readjust your arms so they're again straight open to the side. And then we'll roll over to the left side. So roll onto that left shoulder. This time that right foot kind of steps on top of the left or the left leg. So that right foot might even come flat to the floor. And again, just start to breathe here. Imagine any tension that you're holding on to is just able to let go a little bit. Nice. And then slowly start to make your way back to center. This time, once you're there, crawl your hands to your low ribs. We'll set up for a few rounds of baby cobra. So start to zip up your legs closer together and really squeeze your arm bones back. Make sure the palms are nice and flat. And on the inhale, just start to lift up just to the point of the navel, shoulders back and nice and long through the neck here. Just a nice natural lengthening of the spine. One more breath in. And on the exhale, release the chin back down towards the earth. We'll do that twice more. Point through the toes. On the inhale, start to peel up. Maybe this time you come up even slightly higher. Start to feel that nice upward lift here of the belly. Try to squeeze those arm bones back isometrically a little bit. Good. And on the exhale, release the chin back down towards the floor. Good. So option to really take it maybe slightly deeper if you're feeling up to it this afternoon. Exhale first. And on the inhale, press through the palms, press through the tops of the feet, maybe lift up even slightly higher, moving beyond perhaps a baby cobra. Good, stay here and breathe for 3. Good, 2. And on 1, release your chins back down towards the earth. And let's meet in a child's pose position. So just bring your hips back towards your heels. Arms can extend long. Good. And just remind yourself that this is your resting position. You can come here at any time. Maybe we'll join here together. Otherwise, it's always available for you if you need it. And then from this child's pose, we'll just take a slight side body stretch. Just start to crawl your hands over towards the right. So your hands might even come slightly off of the mat. And you can even stack your left hand on top of the right hand, getting long here through that left side. All the while, keep your hips pressed down towards your heels. Good. Maybe inch the fingers just a little bit further to the right. Nice. And then slowly come back through center. We'll take it over to the opposite side. Start to crawl your hands over towards the left, maybe even coming slightly off of the mat. Maybe that right hand stacks on top of the left. Good. So again, notice what you notice. And then slowly start to crawl the hands back through center. Good. And then from here, just slowly transition to your first downward facing dog and just start to bring some movement to your dog. Start to pedal through the feet. Start to shift the hips around a little bit here, whatever feels right, setting up a strong foundation, really setting the tone for the rest of the practice. Keep breathing in and out through the nose. Really spread the fingers, fully active and engaged through the hands as your heels reach towards the earth. Good. And then find stillness here in your dog. We'll just kind of work the dog a little bit together. So bring your knees down to a hover to the height of the ankles perhaps. Press your chest back towards your legs. Really zip in through the navel. And as much as you can, straighten the legs. See if the heels reach a little bit closer to the floor. Whether or not they touch doesn't really matter. Let's try that again. Take the knees down to a hover. Zip in through the belly. Bring your chest back towards the thighs. And then let the legs straighten. Let the heels energetically reach closer down towards the floor. Nice. And then take your right leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Good. And then just bend the knee and just start to bring some movement, maybe some big hip circles. Maybe you just kind of fan that right hip open so your right foot kind of hangs over towards the left. Good. Try to press a little bit more through the thumbs of your hands, keeping the energy pulling inwards of the upper body. Nice. And then take the leg straight back towards the ceiling. Really flex through the heel. And then squeeze the right knee in towards your nose. Come all the way forward like a plank. Good. We'll stay here just for 3. Try to pull the knee in close to the chest. 2. And on 1, take the leg back up towards the sky. And then just relax it gently down towards the floor, back to downward facing dog. So make any adjustments that you need. And we'll take that over to the opposite side. So lift the left leg high. Good. Bend the knee, start to fan open. Maybe you just kind of hang out here. Maybe you like some circular movements. Bringing some movement here through the hip, through the ankle, through the toes, whatever feels right. And then take the leg straight back towards the ceiling. Really flex through the heel. Squeeze the left knee now in towards your nose, all the way forward, shoulders over the wrist. Stay here and breathe for 3. Good. 2. And on 1, lift the leg back up towards the sky. And then gently just release the foot down towards the earth. Nice. And then from here, just start to look forward and really just tiptoe your way towards the top of the mat. Once you get there, just take a ragdoll position. You can hinge loosely here from your hips. A little sway from side to side. Shake out the head, shake out the neck. Good. And then release your hands gently down towards the floor. This time, interlace them behind the back. Try to clasp through your palms. And then look forward here as you inhale, almost like a halfway lift position. And on the exhale, bow down, chest towards your thighs, and start to lift your fist up towards the ceiling. Good. Getting a nice stretch once again through the shoulders. Maybe bring a little bend in the knees here if that feels more comfortable. Good. Maybe try to squeeze your palms a little bit closer together. Nice. And then slowly release the arms down towards the earth. And then with a nice elevation in the belly, try to lift through the navel here. Slowly inhale as you rise all the way up to stand. Take the arms all the way up overhead. Gaze high up towards your thumbs. And we'll take a side body stretch. So you can reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Nice and tall on the inhale. And on the exhale, side bend over towards the right. See if your hips can press forward and a little bit more towards the left. Good. Try to keep your arms as straight as possible as they squeeze in towards your ears. Good. 1 more breath. And then slowly come back through center, nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale, side body over towards the left. Good. Get nice and long through that whole right side, from the right heel all the way through those fingertips. Good. Hips press forward. Get a nice space through the side of your body. Good. 1 more breath. And then slowly come back through center. Just release your hands now to your hearts and take a moment and just set an intention for your practice. Whatever it is that motivated you to show up today, I'm grateful for you all. And then just release your hands down towards the floor. Good. Down by your sides. Find a nice firm mountain position. Good. Take the shoulders up towards your ears and then just relax them down. So maybe now the palms face a little bit more towards the front of the room. Good. We'll flow through classical sun salutation. So arms come up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale as you bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Keep the length, but step the right leg back, lower the knee down towards the ground, and we'll take this one slow. So just bring your hands over towards your left thigh and just encourage your hips to get a little bit lower down towards the floor. Good, so you're just in this nice deep lunge position. Maybe that right leg is getting a little bit straighter. Good, and now take the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Good, slight back bend. And on the exhale, plant the hands down towards the floor. Step back to a high plank position. Good. All the way forward to the tippy toes. And then drop down your knees, chest, and chins towards the earth. On the inhale, let's lift up back to that baby cobra position. And on the exhale, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Nice job. Good. So breathe it out here. Take the right leg, reach it up towards the sky. Really flex through the heel. Squeeze the right knee in towards your nose, step the foot through, find the low lunge on this side. Good, so let's start off by bringing your hands over towards that right thigh this time. Let the back knee rest down and just encourage your pelvis, your hips to come a little bit lower, almost like you're creating a straighter leg behind you little bit by little. Good, and on the inhale, take the arms up overhead, slight back bend here as you look up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, the hands come down towards the earth. Just step to the top of the mat. The big toes come together. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And then exhale, hands come to your heart center. Good. Left side, we'll move a little bit faster this time. Arms up overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Step the left leg back, lower the knee down towards the earth. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, lift the belly, lift the heart. And on the exhale, the hands splash down, step back to high plank position. Drop down knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Slither through Cobra position on the inhale. Exhale, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Good. And then left leg, reach it up high, really flex in the heel. Squeeze that left knee in towards the nose, step the foot through, back knee lowers down. Good, arms up overhead, deep breath here. And on the exhale, hands splash down, step forward to the top of the mat, big toes together. Halfway on the inhale. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good, so we'll build on the classical now. So take the arms up overhead, deep breath, inhale. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Step the right leg back, lower the knee down towards the earth. Inhale, reach the arms up, slight back bend here, gaze high. Exhale, splash your hands down. This time, shift your hips back to a half split. So that left leg is going to straighten. Good. Flex those left toes back towards your face. Make sure your right knee is down to the earth. Look forward at your toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, bow and sink a little bit deeper. Imagine your chin and your shin getting a little bit closer together. Definitely helps to find that lift here through the navel. Imagine scissoring that left thigh back, the right hip a little bit more forward. Good. One more breath. Good. And then bend back into your lunge. Plant your hands. Step back to a high plank position. Hold this high plank. Zip up your feet together. Let's set up for side plank. That left hand's going to stay down. Take the right arm, reach it up towards the sky. Good. So if you're modifying today, just drop that bottom knee down towards the floor. Otherwise, work towards stacking the ankles. If you have that lift of the top leg and you want to go there, go right ahead. Let's stay for 3. Keep pressing the earth away. 2. Good. And on 1, we'll meet back in high plank position. This time, your choice, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Good, so you can stay here or do that again. Ripple forward, high plank. Bend the elbows, come down to a hover, chaturanga. Inhale, lift you up, upward facing. Exhale, lift the hips back, downward facing dog. Good. So let's take the right leg, reach it up towards the ceiling, really flex the heel. A little bit of core work here. Bring that right knee again in towards the nose, all the way forward. Good. And then take the leg back up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale, this time right knee, right elbow, all the way forward like a plank. Stay here and breathe. Good. And then lift the leg back up. This time we'll twist. Take that right knee over towards the left elbow. Stay for 3. Keep pressing firm into the hands. 2. And on 1, lift the leg back high. Squeeze the right knee into the nose. Now this time, step the foot through. Find that low lunge position. Arms up overhead. Deep breath on the inhale. Nice. And then exhale, hands come down. Let's step to the top of the mat. Big toes come together. Lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands come to your heart center. Good. Opposite side now. Arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Step the left leg back, lower the knee to the ground. Arms up overhead, deep breath, inhale. Exhale, hands splash down. Let's shift the hips back, straighten that right leg, half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. Try to flex those right toes back towards the face. Good, take a look at the toes on the inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Good, so make any of those little adjustments, maybe zipping through the belly. Maybe feeling that scissor-like action with that right hip pulling back into place. Nice. One more breath. Good. And then bend back into the lunge. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Let's set up for Vasisthasana, side plank here. Right hand stays down. Take the left arm, reach it up towards the sky. Good. So nice modifications here. I see some knees down. That's good. Maybe you try to look up towards that top thumb. Good. Imagine that top hip reaching a little bit more to the ceiling. Good. One more breath. Nice and strong. Good. And then let it go. High plank position. Again, your choice. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, lift the hips back, down dog. Good. Stay here or do that again. Ripple forward, high plank. Bend the elbows, body hovers over the earth. Inhale, feel the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. And then the left leg, reach it up towards the sky, really flex through the heel. Squeeze the knee into the nose, come all the way forward like that plank pose. Good. Take the leg back up towards the ceiling. Left knee, left elbow, all the way forward like a plank. Stay for 3, 2, and on 1, lift the leg back high. This time twist, left knee over towards that right elbow, all the way forward. Stay with it. Nice and strong. Maybe pull that knee in a little bit closer to the chest. Good. And then take the leg back up towards the ceiling. And then nice and steady, step the left foot through, back knee lowers to the floor. Arms up overhead, deep breath in. Good. Exhale, hands splash down. Let's step to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. And then slowly inhale as you rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And then arms come long by your side. We'll move right to Sun Salutation B. So make sure your big toes are connected. Chair pose, drop the bottoms low, reach the arms high. Utkatasana, 1 breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Plant the hands, high to low plank, chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Step the right foot forward. This time rise up to warrior 1. So anchor that back heel down. Arms up on the in-breath. And then exhale, hands splash down, high to low plank. Keep gazing forward. Upward facing inhale, downward facing exhale. Step the left foot forward. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. So move with your breath. Good. Exhale, hands splash down, high to low plank, nice and steady. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Good. Let's hang out here for a few breaths. So, of course, child's pose is always available. When we hold these down dogs, sometimes that's a nice opportunity to drop the knees. Otherwise, I'd stay here for one more breath. Good. So look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Big toes touch. Lengthen the spine. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Drop the bottoms low. Reach the arms high. Try to lean back towards your heels. And then stand tall. Hands to your heart center. Good. And again, chair pose. Inhale. One breath here. Exhale. Bow down. Fold forward. Lengthen the spine. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, low plank on the exhalation. Big breath in for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing. Step the right foot forward. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands come down, high to low plank. Good. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward. Strong warrior 1s on the in-breath. Good. Exhale to the earth, high to low plank. Nice and steady here. Upward facing, inhale. Downward facing, exhale. Good. Breathe here. So using these movements to create that internal heat, like you're moving meditation. So connect your body with your breath. One more here. And then look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Step or hop. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Drop the bottoms low. Reach the arms high. We'll do 2 more sets. We'll just keep on flowing. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Lengthen the spine. Halfway lift. Plant the hands high to low plank. You can always skip these push-ups and meet us in downward facing 2 at any time. Inhale. Exhale. Right foot steps forward. Rise up. Virabhadrasana, warrior on the in-breath. Exhale, hands come down, high to low plank. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Left foot steps forward. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Good. And then exhale to the mat, high to low plank. Upward facing, feel the back bend here. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So if you need to, take a deep breath in through your nose. Maybe open the mouth, let it go. One more time. Inhale. Nice. Exhale. And then look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Chair pose. Drop the bottoms low. Reach the arms high. Feel the energy of the inner legs pulling to the center. Last time. Exhale. Bow down and fold forward. Lengthen Ardha Uttanasana. Plant the hands. Chaturanga Dandasana. Low plank. Inhale. Upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing. Good. Right foot steps forward. Firm through your feet and then rise up nice and easy. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands come down, high to low plank. Upward facing, strong through your legs. Exhale, downward facing. Good. Left foot steps forward. Rise up, maybe gaze up towards those thumbs. Nice. Exhale, hands come down, high to low, so no rush. Move with your own breath. Upward facing, deep breath in. Downward facing, deep breath out. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. And then look forward. Come to the top of the mat. Big toes touch. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Chair pose. Drop the bottoms low. Reach the arms high. So we'll stay in this chair for a little bit longer. Try to sink maybe 2 inches deeper back into the heels of the feet. Maybe reach those arms up 2 inches higher, creating space through the sides of your body. Good. Belly pulled in strong. Sit bone reaching straight down towards the floor. And then slowly come all the way down onto your bottoms. Good. We'll set up for boat poses, high and low boats. We'll do a couple sets here. So if you need to grab a sip of water, go right ahead, and we'll meet in chin and boat pose. So feel free to hold on to the backs of the thighs to adjust yourself, or anytime you need a little assist. Imagine bringing your chest through your arms. Gaze at your toes. Maybe you reach the fingers and the arms forward. Good. Pull the legs towards the center. Stay for 3. Good. 2. And then hover all the way down to a low boat. So try to look at those toes still. Good. Hovering over the mat. Stay for 3. 2. And then let's lift back up, high boat. Good. Hold on if you need to. Good. Stay for 3. Nice. 2. And on 1, hover down, low boat. Option here if you want to shuffle those legs. Shuffle for 5. Nice. 4, 3, 2. And on 1, lift back up, high boat. Lift the chest, lift the heart. Stay for 3. 2. And on 1, hover down, low boat. This time, crisscross those feet for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time, lift back up, high boat. Just for 3. Good. 2. And on 1, hover down, low boat, any way you like it, just for 5, 4, 3, good. 2, and then relax all the way down onto your backs on 1. Nice job. Feel free to reach your arms over your head if you want to give your bellies a little stretch here. Maybe grab opposite elbow. Good. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. Open your arms like a cactus. We'll take a gentle twist here. Just drop your knees over towards the left. Turn your gaze towards the right. Good. And then slowly come back through center. Other side, drop your knees over towards the right. Turn the gaze now towards the left. Good. And then slowly back through center. This time start to rock and roll here, forward and back, the whole length of the spine. Let's do this just enough to get a slight momentum. We're going to meet back in chair pose. So up to you how you get there. Use your hands, use your feet. Maybe just use some brute force. We'll meet back in chair position. Good. Lean back towards your heels. Nice. Bring your hands to your heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Good. So take a glance down. It's always nice to make sure your knees are in one straight line. Once you establish that, hips are nice and square. You can gaze over that right shoulder. Maybe stay, maybe flower the arms open. Left hand down, right arm up. Good. Inhale, zip in through the belly. Exhale, try to open just a little bit more. These are small, subtle movements. Good. One more breath. Nice. And then let it go. Bow down and fold forward. Feel free to shake it out a little bit. We'll move to the other side. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale and fold. Chair pose. Drop the bottoms low. Reach those arms up. Good. So you know where we're going. Take the hands to your heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale and twist. Right elbow to the outside of that left thigh now. Again, glance down. Make sure your knees are even. That means your hips are even. Try to isolate this twist just through the upper body. Stay here. Maybe you flower open. Maybe you keep your palms pressed and just focus over that left shoulder with your gaze. Try to sink your hips lower than your heart as you lean back towards your heels. Good. One more time. Inhale. Try to stay for the exhale. Nice. And then let it go. Bow down and fold forward. Good. Let's open the feet 2 fist distance apart. Set up for Yogi Toe Lock. So grab hold of the big toes. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale and fold, chest to thighs. Good. So you might need that bend in the knees here. Try to lean into the balls of the feet. Try to relax your shoulders away from those ears. Good. Belly pulled in nice and strong. Nice. One more breath. And then release the toes. We'll go 1 step deeper now. Look forward as you inhale. This time, gorilla posture. Crawl those hands underneath your feet so your toes are on your wrists. Maybe bend the knees a little bit more. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale and fold, chest to thighs. Good. Over time, those legs get straighter, but feel free to have a nice bend here. And as much as you can, try to tuck your chin in towards your chest. Stretch out through the back of the neck. Good. One more breath. Zip in through the navel. And then slowly release those hands. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale, let's plant the palms. We'll play with crow pose here. So knees to the backs of the arms. So maybe that's all you accomplished today, and that is great. Just doing your best is enough. Lean forward, gaze forward. Maybe one foot lifts, maybe both. So wherever you are, feel all the energy pulling in towards the center, in and up. We'll stay just for 5. If you fall out, try it again. It's looking good. Nice. 4, 3, 2. Chaturanga on 1. Step back or float back. Nice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. You guys are doing great. Deep breath in. Just as deep on the breath out. Good. Let's look forward now. Make your way to the top of the mat. Big toes come together. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. We'll move right to eagle pose. Take that right arm, wrap it underneath the left, connect the elbows, press the palms, and then sink down into those legs. You guys are all pros at chair pose at this point. Lean into those legs and then wrap that right leg on top of the left. No space between your thighs. Good. Set your gaze at something that's not going to move. Sink a little bit deeper and imagine leaning back. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips as much as you can. Let's stay and breathe just for 3. Good. Your toes can touch the floor if you need to. Nice. 2. And on 1, unhook the arms and legs. Reach up overhead. Inhale. Other side. Left arm wraps underneath the right. Connect the elbows. Press the palms. Sink deep into those legs. Nice and low like a chair first. And then that left leg wraps and squeezes nice and tight over the right. Eventually, imagine those legs bound almost like the arms. If you want to lift the elbows high with your shoulders, you can. If you need to, just grab opposite shoulder with your palms. Nice. Nice and steady. Good concentration. Stay for 3. Imagine pulling that left hip back, right hip forward. Good. 2. And on 1, let it go. Unhook the arms and legs. We'll build on this eagle. Take the right arm, wrap it underneath the left, or grab those opposite shoulders. Sink into the legs, right leg over the left. No space here between the thighs. Feel that lift through the pelvic floor. It's going to give you a little bit more stability, especially working with the lift in the belly. Good. Take an inhale here. And on the exhale, bring those elbows down to tap the knee, nice and steady. And then unhook that right leg, float it back to warrior 3. So take your time. Flex that back heel behind you. Try to keep your eagle arms, maybe reach your fingers even further out in front. And even though you can't see your back foot, try to tack that right hip down where those toes reach the floor. Good. 1 more breath. And then nice and steady, step back into a lunge. That right foot's going to reach to the floor. Unhook the arms, reach them up overhead. Good. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, hands come to your heart center. Deep breath here. Exhale, let's twist it out. Right elbow to the outside of the left thigh now. Good. Again, you can drop that back knee down if you want to modify the lunge. You can also flower the arms open. Good. Inhale. Belly pulls in strong. Exhale, open up a little bit more. Good. One more breath. Inhale. You can do it. Stay for the exhale. Nice. Release your hands down towards the floor. Let's take a standing split. Let's lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Good. So find your variation here. Maybe your hands are resting on a block or even a pillow or a book. You can also crawl your hands to the standing ankle. Back leg, get it nice and straight. Really flex through the heel. And let's pulse this back leg for 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, and on 1, right foot comes down to meet the left. Big toes touch. Nice job. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chest to thighs. Slowly inhale as you rise all the way up to stand. We'll go right to the opposite side. Eagle on the left. Left arm wraps underneath the right. Connect those elbows. Sink into the legs. Left leg over the right. No space here between the thighs. So set your gaze. It's going to help you find steadiness. Good. One more breath here. And then slowly elbows come down to connect the knee. And then once you're there, nice and strong, unhook that top leg, float it back, warrior 3 with your eagle arms. Good. Flex through that back heel so the whole leg gets activated. Imagine your inner thighs pulling in towards the center. Maybe inch those fingers a little bit forward. One more breath. Nice. And then step back. Let's meet in a lunge. Come on the ball of that left foot. Unhook the arms. Reach them up overhead. Hands to your heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Left elbow hooks to the outside of that right thigh now. Thumbs press at your heart. Stay here. Flower open if you like. Maybe lower that back knee. Take that element of balance out of the position and just focus on twisting. Inhale. Imagine your heart rotating towards the right side of the ceiling. Good. One more like that. Inhale. You got it. Stay for the exhale. And then let it go. Hands come down. Standing split. Let's lift that back leg high. Good. So find your position here. If you want a little more challenge, maybe bring one hand to your ankle, maybe even both. Imagine your forearms eventually wrapping behind your standing calf. Good. Let's pulse that back leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, feet come together, big toes touch. Nice job. Lengthen the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, just the fold, chest to thighs. This time we'll flow. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Inhale, lifts you up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job. Deep breath in. Just as deep on the breath out. Let's take the right leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the right knee in towards your nose. Gently step the foot through. Nice. Stay low. Set up a nice lunge position. Straighten that straighten the gaze, straighten the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Now we'll straighten that right leg. Bow down. So it's like a wide distance pyramid pose. Scissor that right hip back, left hip forward. It's very likely your back heel will be lifted a little bit here. Belly pulls in strong. Imagine that chin and the shin coming together. Good. Let's bend back into the lunge. Take an inhale, that slight upward glance again with your gaze. And on the exhale, bow down, straighten that right leg. This time, maybe flex those right toes back towards your face. Good. And a nice stretch to the back of the leg. One more here. And then let it go. Bend back into your lunge. Find airplane arms. Wrap those arms back behind you. And on the inhale, let's sweep the arms up. Crescent lunge. Relax your shoulders as much as you can. Relax your face. Take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, take your left knee down to a hover, almost to the mat. And then straighten it out nice and strong. Good. Again, left knee down towards the earth, almost touching, but not quite. And then straighten it out. One more time. Left knee hovers. Straighten it on the inhale. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Good. So that back heel comes down towards the earth. Arms open. Gaze over that right middle finger. Make sure your front toes are forward. Your front knee is tracking forward. Let's flip the front palm, float back to radiant warrior, and then straighten the front leg for a moment. Give yourself a little release. It's also going to allow you to stretch even more along that whole right side. And on the exhale, bend back into your warrior two legs. Deep breath in here. Exhale, side angle pose. Right arm to the thigh, or maybe go straight down towards the floor. That left arm reaches up and overhead. Good. So try to gaze up towards that left thumb. Make sure your palm is facing the direction of your heart. Good. So a slight rotation here. Wherever you are, if you have a different version of a half or a full bind, feel free to move into that. Otherwise, keep that heart in this upward place. We'll stay for 3. Really anchor through that back foot. Good. 2. And then on 1, inhale to rise back up. Let's straighten that front leg again. This time we'll set up for triangle pose. So maybe shorten your stance a little bit here. Reach that right arm all the way forward. And then the right hand comes down. The left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Good. So feel that leaning back sensation as much as you can here. Straight lines of energy. Shoulders start off nice and stacked. Arms stacked as much as possible. So feel free to stay here. Where you can take a core supported triangle where you reach that left arm overhead and that right arm just starts to reach forward, framing the ears. Good. Just make sure you're not facing the ground. Rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. Good. Stay for 3. Strong in those legs. 2. And on 1, let's rise back up, straight arms and legs. Flip the front palm, float back, radiant warrior. Reach, reach, reach. Good. And this time on the exhale, come through center. Let's set up Halfmoon Pose. Bring your left hand to your hip. Set your gaze out in front of that right foot. Lean forward. Take your time. Bring that right hand down to the floor. This might be a good place to even lean into a block, or even a book serves a really nice purpose from home. Eventually that left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Good. Flex your toes in towards you. That lifted leg, maybe lift that leg to the height of the hip. Good. Stay for 3. 2. And on 1, let's come back to standing split. Take that left arm down. Keep that back leg raised. Try to square those hips off. So again, your toes are pointing down towards the floor. Good. Let's keep that right leg nice and high. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, squeeze the right knee behind that left leg. Come down almost like a little curtsy here. And then take the leg back up towards the ceiling, standing split. Inhale. Exhale again. Squeeze that lifted leg behind the back bottom knee. Good. And then lift it back high. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze the knee behind the standing knee to come all the way down into a seated position. So we're setting up for like cow face legs. So that right leg should be stacked on top of the left. Try to have your sit bones on the ground. Try not to sit on your feet. If you need to, you can also straighten that bottom leg out in front of you. That's a nice adjustment here. Good. And then take the arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale. Just start to bow forward. Walk those hands out in front of you, just to wherever place feels right. If you need to, you can also just have your palms pressed down to the floor next to your hips. Okay, but if it's available, maybe scoot those fingers just slightly further forward. Nice. Stay here and breathe. Again, a nice opportunity to just notice what you notice about your thoughts, about the quality of the thoughts. One more breath. And then slowly start to rise back up. Unhook the legs, shake them out in front of you. Do a little rock here from side to side. And then extend your arms out in front of you. And then slowly just start to recline all the way down onto your back. So before we do the other side, we'll set up just for a couple back bends here. We'll do a total of 3. So feel free to bend the knee, set up for your bridge position. You can also take supported bridge with a pillow or a block underneath the hips. Also, at any point, you can move into upward facing bow. Make sure your toes are pointing forward in any position you decide. Stamp down through the feet and lift those hips up. Good. If you're taking bridge, interlace those hands underneath your backs. Shimmy those shoulders a little bit closer together. Really firm in those feet. Lift those hips up even more. Imagine pressing into the big toes so you feel that energy pulling inward. Nice. One more breath. And then slowly start to release. If you need a little release, just rock your knees here side to side. And we'll set up for number 2 with the option to lift the right leg. So stamp down to your feet. And then from that energy rooting through the feet, you're able to lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Again, you can interlace those hands for bridge. Stay just as you are. If you want to, you can squeeze that right knee in towards your chest and take that right leg up towards the ceiling, almost like you're stamping the sky with that right foot. But also now that left leg, work it even harder. Press that foot down, get those hips even more. And then slowly let it go. The right foot comes down, hips reach the floor. Nice back bends. Rock the knees here a little bit side to side. And then last one here. Take it as you choose. Stamp down through the feet. Lift those hips up. Interlace those hands underneath your backs. A little shimmying of the shoulders here. If you liked it last time, just squeeze the left knee in towards the chest. Take that left leg up towards the ceiling. Firm through the right foot. Keep those hips reaching up towards the sky. We'll stay just for 3. Looks good. 2. And on 1. Slowly, slowly, everything comes down. You can rock the knees here side to side. And just take a moment and Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's just come together with the feet touching, the knees kind of flopped open here. You can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your bellies. Let's take 3 deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhale. Through the nose, exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, good. And then just bring the knees in towards your chest. Start to rock and roll again, forward and back. Get a little momentum here. We'll meet in down dog. So maybe you just plant your palms. You can chaturanga through if you like. Otherwise, just simply step back and meet us in downward facing. Nice. So downward facing dog, we'll set up for the left side. So let's take the left leg, reach it up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Squeeze the left knee in towards your nose. Step the foot through. Find a low lunge. Let your hands just frame your front foot on the ball of that back foot here. All your toes pointing forward. Nice and long as you inhale. Maybe a slight upward glance. And on the exhale, straighten the left leg. Bow down. Chin towards your shins. Good. Left hip back. Right hip forward. Nice. Let's bend back into the lunge. Take an inhale here. Belly pulls off the front thigh. Exhale, straighten that left leg. This time, flex those left toes back towards your face. Good. Nice. And then let it go. Bend back into your lunge. Belly's pulled strong. Find airplane arms to start. Arms lengthened by your sides. And on the inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Nice. Power up through the ball of that back foot. Take an inhale. Exhale. Take the right knee down to a hover. And then straighten it out. Inhale. Twice more. Exhale. Right knee hovers over the mat. And last one. Inhale. Leg gets straighter. Exhale. Bend through the knee. And then inhale. Nice and tall. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Good. So adjust your stance here. Take up a lot of your mat space. Gaze over that left middle finger. Flip the front palm, float back, radiant warrior. And again, straighten that front leg, reach back even more, nice and long through that whole left side. One more here. And then slowly come back through center, bend back into your warrior two position. Inhale here, exhale, side angle, left arm to the thigh, right arm reaches up and overhead. Good. So if you like to take your hand to the floor for a deep extended side angle, go right ahead. Maybe half bind, reach for that left hip crease. Maybe even a full bind as long as your breath stays steady and your mind stays calm. But wherever you are, stay with it just for another 3. Good. 2. And then on 1, slowly start to release back to your warrior 2. Good. Straighten the front leg, set up for your triangle position. If you want to shorten the stance a bit, go ahead. Reach that left arm all the way forward. And then left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Straight arms and legs here, but still very active through the thighs. Maybe just a micro bend in your kneecaps, just enough that your quadriceps, the muscles above the knees, start to lift. Good. Stay here or take that core supported triangle if you want to reach that right arm overhead. Maybe both arms stack, framing the ears. Good. Hearts to the sky. Keep breathing. One more breath. Nice. And then slowly on the inhale, come back up, straight arms and legs. Flip the front palm, float back, radiant triangle position. Nice and strong here. And on the exhale, come through center, Halfmoon Pose, right hand to the hip. Lean forward, set your gaze out in front of the left foot. And then left hand comes down as that right leg starts to lift, almost like a pendulum. Eventually that top arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Good. So a lot of times it's hard to reach the floor here. If you have something you can lean into, sometimes that's helpful. If you fall out, try it again. That top arm, really extend it long, reach to those top fingers. One more breath. Nice, let it go, standing split. Keep that back leg lifted. Maybe lift the leg just a little bit higher on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze the right knee behind the left knee, scoot down almost like a little curtsy, and then take the leg back up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, crisscross the knee, bend through the knees, almost to the floor, but not quite. And then last time, lift up, inhale. Exhale, squeeze right knee behind the left. This time, sink all the way down. Set up those cow face legs. So this time, our left leg is stacked on top of the right. Sit bones to the floor. Try not to sit on the edges of your feet. Again, you can straighten that bottom leg out in front of you if that helps you. And then arms up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Good. Take it where it can go. If it's a challenge for you, if you feel any tightness here in your hips, don't push yourself too hard. You can always pull back a little bit, but maybe see what happens if you just start to breathe a little bit deeper. See what you can release there. If it's available, inch the fingers just a little bit further forward. And then slowly start to reverse your steps. Come all the way up. Extend the legs out in front of you. Do a little shake here from side to side. Feel those sit bones on the earth. And Janu Shirshasana, keep your left leg straight. Tuck your right foot into that highest point of the left thigh. And then arms come up overhead. Deep breath in. Exhale, bow and fold. Another chance to get that chin towards your shins to the best of your ability here. And then look at your toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Feel free to have a little bend in that left leg. Belly's pulled in strong. You want to protect through the lower back. And on the next inhale, slowly rise up. Let's take a gate position. Walk that right hand behind you and lift those hips up. Reach that left arm up and overhead. Get a nice stretch to the front side of your body. And then slowly release. Everything comes down. Before we move to the other side, let's just come to Baddha Konasana now. So bring both of those feet together. Let the knees hang open. Maybe pull the heels in as close as you can towards your midline. Nice and tall on the inhale. Exhale, bow forward. Maybe use those elbows to press through those inner thighs a little bit. Good. So I know it's not really realistic, but imagine your head coming all the way out in front of your feet. Nice. And on the next inhale, slowly start to rise back up. Good. We'll take Janu on the other side. So straighten the right leg. Tuck that left foot into the highest point. Arms up overhead as you inhale. Exhale, bow down and fold forward. Chin towards your shins, forehead to your knee, whatever makes most sense for you. And take a look at the toes. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. As much as you can, flex those right toes back towards your face. And on the next inhale, slowly rise back up. Gate pose here. Left hand comes behind. Lift those hips up. Lift up onto that left knee. Right arm reaches up overhead. And then slowly release. Everything comes down. Extend both legs out in front of you. Reach your arms out in front of you. This time, slowly, slowly start to recline all the way down onto your backs. And this is where you'll give yourself any final movements. If you want to lift your legs up a wall, if you want to take another recline twist, you could bring your knees in towards your chest and maybe let the knees fall over towards the left for a few breaths. And you can come back through center when you feel you've had enough. Let the knees fall over to the right. Sometimes we're just ready for Shavasana, maybe just a happy baby pose. Just personalize whatever you need here. But eventually finding some of that time for stillness, kind of like the icing on the cake here. As you just let your body be by yourself, let the benefits of the practice really allow it to infiltrate beyond just your surface and go more inward to the deepest root of your perfection. And just relax your mind. So if you have time for more rest, feel free to stay in your Shavasana. Otherwise, just start to bring some gentle movements into the body. Maybe through the toes or the fingers. Maybe a little movement of the head side to side. And we'll end just as you are. Just bring your hands to your heart center. Let's cleanse the breath first. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. This time for Om, deep breath in. And then both hands to the middle of the foreheads. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I bow to you all to say namaste.
Thank you, Lisa.